Hi guys, my name's Daniella, and I'm here with,
Tyreese, Daniel.
and we're going to be talking about some mental health subjects today. So let's get started. Um, Dan, I'm going to ask you first. What's something people don't see when it comes to the mental side of playing professionally?
Um, I would say personally for me, it's probably like the sleepless nights. I say sleepless, I do get to sleep, but it'll take me a while, especially after like a bad game. Personally, how about you, Tyrese?
I would probably say just being really busy all the time. Like, there's never a time where you're like got that you never have your own time because you've always got to like either train or like because I do uni as well, so I got work on top of that. So it's like constantly hectic. What about you, Daniela?
I would say the burnout, just from like the mental fatigue and the physical fatigue. Like when your body's not feeling right, then your mind also isn't feeling in the best place because you're just so constantly worried about, oh, I'm so tired, this hurts, that hurts, and then you're like, wait, am I kind of making this up, or is
Yeah,
this actually real?
I agree.
Yeah.
So, do you think talking about mental health in sport is still taboo?
I don't think it is as much anymore. I think it depends on the age of the coach, to be honest. I think recently I've had quite a few young coaches, so it's never been taboo. And the institutions I've been in, Newcastle, here, Worcester, they all had like specialists that you could talk to if anything was up or if you wanted to work on something. So for me personally, not as much, but I still think there probably are some coaches out there that are probably harder to talk to on that side. And I feel like that's something that as a coach you need to be approachable as well to be able to talk about those things.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think we're getting a lot better with it now as a society and just like as a sporting industry as well. Like seeing all of the professional sports, whether it be tennis, swimming, basketball, football, like everybody's starting to feel a bit more comfortable actually opening up and showing that we are just human beings who go
Mm.
through life and struggle at times.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I also see like there's more actual like psychologists being involved in sports teams, which not really were before. And like it's always good to talk to a coach when there's someone that is professionally able to do that. It's going to be really helpful for athletes.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think just having somebody to actually communicate with how you're feeling, whether that be performance anxiety or even just other mental battles that you're facing outside of the sport as well, like it can have an impact on you tremendously.
Um, have you ever felt pressure to feel okay, especially being an athlete, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think I felt a lot of pressure to have a brave face come to practice with all this energy and all this effort constantly, and it is quite tiring. And like we spoke about before about the burnout, I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I think especially like when you're injured or like you're hurting, there's times when like you probably shouldn't practice, but because you don't want to let the team down or look like quote unquote soft, you force yourself into practice and it can make things worse as well sometimes. And I think sometimes you just gotta be more honest with yourself and then with your teammates as well. And teammates could be more accepting of sometimes your body just isn't because obviously there's teammates out there that don't get injured, but
Mm.
they're just the lucky ones, isn't it?
What about you?
Yeah, I think there have definitely been days where you just go in, put on a brave face, and you're like, yeah, everything's fine. But at the back of the mind, you have so many thoughts just circling. You're like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. But it's like you don't want to be taking away from your teammates like experience either. So you kind of just try to be strong in that sense, but you're not doing anything to like personally help yourself
Mm.
in a way. And I feel like when that happens, it's always good to actually ask for help and just if you can speak to your coach, then say, "Hey, look, I'm struggling today. Just lay off a bit, please."
Yeah, there's the saying that when a problem shared is a problem halved, and I really enjoy it.
I like that.
Thanks. I've never.
Well, I don't know that either.
I say I read.
Psychology major. That is your major. So,
It helps. Um, what's been one of your toughest moments in your career, and how did you get through it?
um, I would say I've been injured quite a lot, but I think looking past injuries, in October of this past year, I lost my best friend, and that was a struggle to even just show up like on a daily basis and try to be happy when I was just so sad and grieving. But then, like, I looked to my teammates for help and just actually spoke to a therapist as well, like to help with the grieving aspect and ways to be able to cope. And I think that actually helped quite a lot.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Obviously, injuries. I think when I was like before this year, I'd say injuries, but obviously with what's happened recently, I'd say that's probably the hardest part. I'd say the hardest part was probably the first practice back. I think obviously the day of and then the first practice back, which was like the weirdest feeling. Um, that was that was hard because it's like, and then even just everyday life because obviously we lived with each other, you know. So like those aspects you're seeing things that would usually happen in the house or at the court, and it's like it's not happening anymore. But I think after the first like initial week and a half after the incident, I think as a team, I think we, especially the ones that lived with each other, like me and you, Ty, I think we, I don't know, I felt a lot of comfort around the house being with you guys. Like I was nervous to come back, but then like, and I was nervous as what the dynamic was going to be like. But obviously, I feel like we stayed together, and it was like it was obviously it brought us closer. And I think um, that's probably been the toughest part of my career.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And I think with everything that's happened, the hardest part is that like the world kept on spinning. As in like I never really like we had like a couple of weeks off for it, like to stop and like take it in, but it like no 2 weeks is nothing compared to how much it's actually going to affect you. And there just wasn't time to like stop and take a break. And in one hand, it's good because he has stuff distracting us. Then any time I felt like there was nothing for me to do, it was like now I'm focusing on this, now I'm focusing on that. But at the same time, I think having everyone around us, like I feel like as a whole Rebels family, we kind of just got even closer. And it was nice having people that I can talk to about this side of how I'm feeling. I have some people who can word the thoughts that I was having way better than I can, and it was kind of relieving.
Yep. Um. Okay. How do you support teammates who might be going through something?
Um, I think just be there for whatever they need. Like if they need someone to talk to, I can do that. If they need some sort of distraction, I can do that just to be able to help and be present for them. Is probably how I would help.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think obviously offer yourself. So like say, look, I'm here to talk if you need. Um, Sometimes it might be after a game. I mean, you were talking yesterday. I went through something personal. It wasn't that deep. Oh, that's why I'm laughing about it. And a few tears might have been shed after a game, and I needed someone to be there for me. This wasn't this season because I know my teammates this season would have done it. And no one did come up to me and ask me if I was alright, and that kind of hurt at the time. So I just to make sure your teammates know that you're there. Um, yeah, that's it really. Distracting stuff, play Monopoly. Yeah, we play a lot of Monopoly in
Way
the
too much
house.
Monopoly.
Yeah, and whenever we've been, struggling as a team, like we regroup and play a board game or something, gets the vibes going again. So yeah.
What advice would you give to a younger version of yourself about mental health?
Hmm. Probably again, I feel like I'm just a broken record. Just talk, like tell something. 'Cause there's always someone who wants to listen, who wants to know, and who cares enough to lend you an ear, and or just even write it down. Just get it out of your brain because when it's in your brain, it kind of muddles up and it gets snowballs effect, and like you're overthinking insanely. But when you're able to write it down, you can be more precise and to the point about what is actually worrying you. Or even when you're able to talk to someone, you can say how you're feeling and like get it out, so it's not all just in this little ball that you have.
Mm, journal for sure.
Um, yeah, I don't know to be honest. I, I guess try and be like more open and more like I don't know outgoing towards teammates. But I'd say I'm myself an open book. I'm quite an emotional person, so other than that, I don't really suppress emotions any like when I was younger and even now. So I'd say just try and be more open for teammates that might be that person that might want to suppress a little bit. How about you?
I would definitely say find someone, whether a friend, family member, professional therapist, whatever. I've seen 4 maybe in my life. So I would definitely say, like, from a young age, like, we all have different emotions that we don't understand. And how you said, like, writing it down, I think journaling is actually a great tool because
Definitely.
you can just free flow everything and just go back and be like, wait, I was overthinking this, or
Yeah.
this made no sense. Like,
Yeah.
what was I getting butthurt about this for?
Definitely.
You know, I think journaling is a great way to actually like get your emotions out and just have like pen to paper just feels so nice. And it's like, no, it's almost like you're creating like a story
Yeah.
just from your own thoughts.
Yeah, and it's also like not tainted. Like even though I said talk to people, like sometimes speaking to one can be annoying because they're trying to say how they would feel in the situation, and they might downplay it or not. But when you journal, it's your words,
Yeah,
and you
it's
can
just
interpret it how you want to interpret it.
exactly. It's
'Cause it's
just
for you.
you, pen, paper, and nobody else.
Yeah.
So I would say journal for sure.
What's your go-to comfort food on a rough day?
I've got mine already. I've got a few. I'll buy a pie. It's not even a rough day. It's just my comfort food, to be honest.
Any specific pie?
I have a chicken gravy or steak and gravy pie.
Mm.
Like usually pucker pie from like Tesco's or something. Am I supposed
Nice.
to? I can't say the brand. Sorry.
I'm trying to get brand deal here.
Yeah, sign me up.
Tesco waitress, little whoever's offering.
I'd say this month I've done that like this year I've done that like every Friday. Had a pie for dinner, and then donuts. I do love me some donuts. So if I'm feeling a bit, overwhelmed, like this week I've had an assignment due next week, so I've been a bit mentally all over the place. I've been eating a few donuts, That is why I have donuts with me. You can't see them, but yeah. That is why.
My comfort food is pizza. I love pizza, and I could eat that any single time that I'm feeling
What kind of
down.
toppings?
Kind of depends. I could do like a barbecue-based sauce with cheese and peppers and
Is
chicken.
barbecue based really a pizza though?
Yeah, if it's on pizza dough.
It's not how the Italians would want it.
Okay, well,
What about pineapple?
I'm allergic to pineapple, so
Okay,
How are you allergic to pineapple?
I'm allergic to pineapple. What do you want me to say?
Would you eat pineapple?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a Hawaiian.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my go-to, but if
You
someone,
talked about Italians.
yeah, sometimes they're wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, comfort food, pizza for sure, or ice cream. Oh, I love a good tub of ice cream. Ben and Jerry's. Oh, sorry. Please sign me.
My comfort food would probably be. I love pistachio ice cream.
That's the green. Is that the green one you eat all the time?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love pistachio ice cream.
You eat that like all the time.
Yeah, I always need comfort.
Like his diet isn't that great.
Oh, cheesecake as well. Oh, I could die for a cheesecake. Oh, what else? The Mr. Kipling cakes, squashies. I really love lemon iced tea. We can go on forever, so I'm gonna stop.
All right. What music?
Oh,
Instantly-
yum yums. How can I forget yum
Yeah,
yums?
actually,
How can I
forgot
forget
about
yum yums?
Cut that
Yo-
out.
Yeah. No. No. Waitress or M&S or Greg's if I'm feeling a bit.
Didn't you? Did
don't
someone
M&S ones are pretty good.
I don't like the little ones. They're dry.
on the way to one of our games?
No.
Someone had a yum yums and someone paid someone to have £1 to have a yum yum. Who was that? Was that you?
No, Michael paid me £1 for a yum yum.
That's how
So
great.
and then he ended up getting his own yum yums, which a pack of 4 cost £2. So no point of paying one for £1. So I thought I'll give him the £1 back and got a yum yum out of it.
Yeah, he's a money man, isn't it?
Yeah. Stop gassing him up. He's not here.
He's a model. He's beautiful. What music instantly lifts your mood?
Jazz. I would have to say jazz. Just like a saxophone, some nice drums, just take me to a different place.
I think music I would listen to would probably, this is gonna be weird, but like dance music, just something like upbeat and just like fast pace and just something to get me going. Like, you know, yeah, that always lifts my spirits.
I can't wait for your answer.
I don't really have music to lift my spirits. It's
No,
more like,
you know what music lifts your spirits? You was playing it yesterday.
No, that's not lifting my spirits.
Your spirit seems very listed. You were singing along.
No. But
what was it? A bit of Cardi B, a bit of Sweetie.
It's about
bit
the
Gorilla.
it's about the mood I'm feeling at the time. So like, if I'm sad,
Live your truth, man.
I'm living my truth. If I'm feeling sad, I'll listen to a bit of R&B. If I'm feeling like, I don't know, if I'm tired and I've got to try and like, I don't know, get ready for practice, some Amapiano. Before game, some drill and some rap. You know, just rapping about hurting people. You know, because you're trying to get mentally into the spirit of fighting. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of the guys I've guarded this season, I've ended up very hurt. So, of course. So you have to
PTSD.
You have to build yourself up for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You leave with battle scars. But yeah, I'm just whatever the mood is. What's one thing that will always bring you peace?
Probably a nap.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, like I don't think there's ever been a time where I thought I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Like after every whether I had a good day, bad day, I'm like I could nap for like an hour and feel great after. So that's probably it for me.
I'd say a nap or just finding a good show to watch. Just like a comfort show. Like there's always those few shows that you just go back because you're just like, even though I know exactly what happens, it's always still good to just watch them. Yeah. Like Vampire Diaries, One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl. Just
Are they your favorite?
Yeah, top 3 for sure. One Tree Hill's top. But yeah.
I don't really like rewatching series, but I'd say what brings me peace, nap, watching the series, but like it'd be something I'm watching like currently.
What are you watching currently?
I just finished Daredevil, Born Again.
Oh,
I love Daredevil. What am I watching currently? I'm about to start Andor season 2, but I haven't started yet because I'm watching Married at First Sight.
Say it with your chest.
I said it with my chest. Married at First Sight. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, you been watching it?
I need to start now.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's sick. It's sick.
Lovely.
but other than that, just playing Xbox. I just play a bit of Call of Duty. Yeah, that's it really. Nap, TV, and Call of Duty. Yeah.
Actually, I have a fun fact. Fun fact: if you rewatch shows that you've seen before, it's actually a sign of emotional intelligence.
Okay, and then just brag.
I don't know because my brother does that, and I don't know how true it is. Oh, so okay, it's not.
So making up facts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fun fact: I'm the best looking guy in the NBL D1.
He's also a model, guys.